we are supposed to be creating exactly same thing, okay, within something like within this within the 2 hours, okay. So idea is what actually we are supposed to be creating a database service, and then we can able to use Docker to run that particular microservice also. Okay, and if possible, we'll use API gateway to get it uh, live over there. Okay, with the help of API gateway, what we learned in our last session over the API, how to use API gateway. Okay, so there are many things. Okay, so when we are talking about something like a microservices, what are the components are going to be required over there. We are like to get the data from the database, okay, then CQRS we saw, event driven over there, event sourcing over there, okay, different patterns we saw, okay. Then you can have the something like a separate data for the every microservice over there, okay. So before dealing with the database microservice over there, first we'll understand what is that entity framework over there, okay, and then we'll try to understand SQL server database, and then we'll use entity framework with the SQL server to generate or to create our own microservice. Okay, so that's what actually the agenda for today's practical session. Okay, so let me share my screen. All of you are getting this. So let me share my screen right now. Okay. Okay, screen is visible. Audio is okay. Okay, thank you all of you. Now, first we'll try to understand entity framework. Okay, now .NET Core we understood that open source. Okay, to design microservices, cross-platform, right? Then what is this entity framework over there? Okay, so before understanding entity framework, we have to understand the traditional development of uh, .NET application, database applications over there. Okay, so if you are used to .NET already, okay, let me tell you that actually before entity framework we used to write a ADO.NET code or enterprise data access block to save and retrieve application data from underlying database over there. Okay, so before entity framework we used to write down the some like we have to use classes, okay, ADO.NET classes to write our own hard coding, okay, to save data, to retrieve data over there. Okay, so what we used to do in that scenario, we used to open a connection to database, create data set in that, okay, fetch or submit the data to database, okay, convert data from the data set to .NET objects, okay, or as well as apply business rules on that. Okay, so these are the basic steps whenever we like to create a database oriented applications. Okay, in .NET we used to we have to create a connection with the database, then we have to create a data set, page that data, either or we like to submit that data to database over there. Okay, so it's something like a process where we have to write down the lines of code over there. Okay, we have to make the connection with the database, then connection coding for updating data, deleting data, and like saving that data, fetching that data. Okay, so there is something like a possibility of number of errors. Okay, we're not able to write down the straightforward or easy way that, right? So that was one of the like a traditional way, and we are facing so many errors when we are going for the database oriented applications in .NET over there. Okay, so uh, this entity framework is going to be introduced by Microsoft, okay, to automate all these database related activities for your application. Now this is very interesting. Like we know that actually when we are talking about the database application, we like to insert data, update data, delete data, fetch that data, retrieve that data from the database, right? So why not something like automation of that, other than writing like lines of code to update data, delete data, and retrieve that data from the table? Why not have some kind of the framework which will do the job for us? Okay, and the answer for that is the entity framework also. Okay, entity framework is from the Microsoft. Like that, with there are the other frameworks also available. Okay, you might be aware of the Hibernate and other for Java and all. Okay, so I'm just focusing on the entity framework. So it is something like one of the framework. What is the job of that? Automates all database related activities for your application. Okay, so this entity framework is open source, ORM. Okay, object relation mapping framework for the .NET application supported by Microsoft. Okay. It enables the developers to work with the data using object of domain specific classes. Now this is interesting. Let's focus on these lines properly. So allow it allow to create developers to work with the data using the object of domain specific classes without focusing on underlying database tables and the columns where the data is going to be stored. Okay, so without focusing on the tables and the columns and all, actually what we can do, actually we can able to focus on domain specific classes over there. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the tables and the number of columns and changes in those columns or changes in tables over there. We don't have to worry, we can focus on our domain specific classes directly over there. Okay, so it's allow higher level of abstraction. Okay, when they deal with the data and can create and maintain the data oriented application, the less code compared with traditional applications. So we can have the something like a less time, okay, less code. Okay, when you are comparing with the traditional applications, we don't have to write down the lines of code to to do the database operations over there. So this entity framework is something like a handy tool for us, okay, which automate all the database related activities for us, right? So we can able to focus on our domain related classes other than going through the database tables and the columns and the changes in that, so many things. Let's say if you're working the team and like a database, there are database developers, okay, they are supposed to be creating a database for you, and you are developer, let's say, using that database, corresponding to that you are maintaining the coding options. So in that scenario, what is going to happen in that case? Let's say if your table is changed by DBA, okay, or columns are modified by that DBA over there, you have to change your coding part, right? Correct. So, but in this scenario, we don't have to do, actually. We don't have to focus on that, actually. That will be somewhere managed by entity framework itself. Okay. So that is something like a handy option for us, right? So this entity framework fits between the business entities. Those are nothing but the domain classes and the database. Okay. So let me show you that. What do you mean by that? We are talking about something like this entity framework here. Okay, and the business entities over there or business classes are there. Okay, in between that and the database here. Okay, so this communication between this database will be through this entity framework. Okay, so entity framework through we are going to be doing the operations. Okay, like inserting, updating, deleting the data over there. Okay, so that is what actually we are going to be talking in this through this one of the diagram. Okay. Now what is this ORM? Okay, because this entity framework is based on this ORM, so it is something like a object relational mapping. That means in the simple manner, object को हम लोग रिलेट करेंगे, लिंक करेंगे किसके साथ, हमारे टेबल के कॉलम के साथ. ओके, सो मैप डेटाबेस टेबल to classes and objects. Okay, now traditionally this is not going to be available, right? So somewhere in the ORM they introduce this one of the concept called as a you can link, you can map your tables with the classes and objects. Okay, तो class और tables ये दोनों लिंक नहीं होते थे पहले. ओके तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ORM टूल से हम लोग ये दोनों को लिंक करेंगे. सो यू कैन हैव योर एंटिटी क्लास that will allow you to take the data from user and store that data to somewhere in the database table. Okay, so with that we can able to fire queries also. Okay, in object oriented fashion. Okay, we can able to fire the queries or on database, right? But in this ORM we can able to fire the queries in object oriented fashion. Okay, object oriented OOPS concepts पे हम लोग fire कर सकते हैं. Link queue is one of the concept is going to be used in that scenario. Used by many programming languages, like as I told you, ORM is going to be nowadays common. Okay, so if you like to map your object relation, mapping is required. So it is going to be introduced by the number of languages like C#, Java, PHP, etc. Okay. So what are the features we are getting from entity frameworks? Cross platform. You can able to develop an application for the cross platform. You can have the modeling of your applications. You can have your ER diagrams over there. Okay, ER modeling over there. You can query your tables data. You can save your data. You can use the concurrency of your data. Okay, transactions can be possible through this entity framework. We know what you mean by transactions over there. Then you can have the caching configurations of your database. Okay, so many settings are there. Those also can be done with configure easily with the help of entity framework. You can keep the data on the client side with the help of caching transactions. You can execute the set of the commands sequentially over there. Okay, concurrency at the same time you can able to deal with the number of operations. Okay, so these operations, this all are the features of the entity framework. So that we are getting the benefits from this entity frameworks. Okay, then we have one of the class. Okay, we are going to be using one of the class name as the contacts class. Okay, in entity framework. Now this contacts class is the most important class. Okay, while working with entity framework. Okay, it represents a session with underlying database using which you can perform create, read, update, and delete operations. So whenever we like to perform these basic CRUD operations, then we will be using contacts class over there. Okay, contact class is used to query save data to database. So this is the most important class which allows to fetch the data or to save the data in database. Okay, so it is used to configure the domain class and database related mapping. So that mapping is going to be done in this one of the class named as contacts class. Okay, after some time we'll do that. You can have the some like tracking, you can have the caching over there, you can have the transactions, all that operations we can able to do in this one of the class over there. Okay, so many settings are there through what we can able to make transaction enable, caching enable over there. Okay, now let me know from your side whether you are getting this entity framework. Okay. Thank you. Now we'll go back once again. तो सिंपल मैनर हम लोगों ने एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क एक ऑटोमेशन करेगा डेटाबेस ऑपरेशन को, इतना समझा तो भी ठीक है. नाउ what are the different approaches are available with entity frameworks? Okay, किस तरह से हम लोग अपना एप्लीकेशन बना सकते हैं. Okay, so there are three different approach available. First one we have database first, second one is a code first, and the third one is a model first. Okay, what do you mean by this database first over there? Okay, so let's try to understand this database first approach. Okay, so अलग-अलग options है. Okay, so what we can able to create entity framework implementation. You can implement that entity framework. Okay, so first option is a database first approach. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, डेटाबेस फर्स्ट इसका मतलब क्या है, नाम से बता रहा है कि काम क्या होगा। पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे, डेटाबेस क्रिएट करेंगे। इसमें क्या होगा, रिवर्स ऑफ दैट। पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे, डोमेन क्लासेस क्रिएट करेंगे। ओके, और क्लासेस क्रिएट करने के बाद इसके based on these classes entity framework will create table for us. Okay, this is something like totally opposite of that. Okay, first we'll create the classes, domain classes. Okay, and the contact class first, and then create database from these classes using migration commands over there. Okay, so some of the commands will use framework commands will use entity frameworks to create a database for us. Okay, so that can be also possible in second approach, code first। नाम बता रहे, नाम पे फोकस करो, you will able to understand। database first, database पहले क्रिएट करेगा, फिर entity classes क्रिएट करेगा। कोड फर्स्ट में पहले क्लासेस क्रिएट करेंगे, entity domain classes, और उसके ऊपर हम लोग डेटाबेस क्रिएट हो जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली बाय यूजिंग सम ऑफ द कमांड्स। ओके, then we have third approach, that is model first approach। okay, यहाँ पे क्या होगा, we'll create the entity relationships। okay, hierarchy over there, then relationship between different entities over there in visual designer, and then based on that we'll have something like a tables, okay, and entity classes over there। okay, so first we'll have something like a model of that। okay, that is nothing but the entity relationships over there। okay, inheritance hierarchies over there, and based on that we'll create the tables and entity classes over there। okay, highlight that। तो पहले मॉड्यूल क्रिएट होगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ विजुअल डिजाइनर, और उसके हिसाब से हमारे एंटिटी क्लासेस क्रिएट होंगे और टेबल्स भी क्रिएट होंगे। ओके, तो ये भी एक अप्रोच होता है। ओके, अभी विजुअली कैसे समझना है। ओके, सो लेट्स फोकस ऑन दिस। ओके, सो वील हैव द मॉडल फर्स्ट। ओके, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, विजुअल डिजाइनर में हम लोग उसका मॉडल क्रिएट कर रहे हैं कि ये कस्टमर रहेगा, ये ऑर्डर रहेगा, ये दोनों में रिलेशनशिप रहेगी, हायरार्की रहेगी। ओके, और ये जब भी मॉडल क्रिएट हो जाएगा फिर उसका डेटाबेस और उसका क्लास कोडिंग जो रहेगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली क्रिएट हो जाएगा। ओके, तो कौन सी बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, मॉडल फर्स्ट पे। ओके, अभी सेकंड बात करेंगे जो हमारा हायरार्की में फर्स्ट था, डेटाबेस फर्स्ट। इसमें क्या होगा, पहले हम लोग डेटाबेस रहेगा, एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस रहेगा, और उसके हिसाब से हमारा कोड क्रिएट होगा। ये कोडिंग ऑप्शन है जहाँ पे हम लोग क्लास क्रिएट किए थे। ओके, और हम लोगों ने गेट सेट मेथड्स के एंटिटी क्लास बोलते हैं उसको हम लोग। ओके, जो हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी यूज टू है, हम लोगों ने हमारा जो बेसिक एग्जांपल था वहाँ पे आप लोगों ने सेकंड प्रैक्टिकल में जो काम किया था वो ये था। ओके, तो डेटाबेस रहेगा पहले। ओके, डेटाबेस फर्स्ट, एंड डेटाबेस फर्स्ट पे ये क्रिएट हो जाएगा, ओके, विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम ऑफ कमांड्स, ओके। और थर्ड ऑप्शन क्या है, कोड फर्स्ट। कोड फर्स्ट में क्या रहेगा, पहले एंटिटी क्लासेस क्रिएट होंगे और इसके हिसाब से फिर उसका डेटाबेस क्रिएट होगा और उसका मॉडल भी क्रिएट होगा, ओके। तो ये तीन अप्रोच है व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू बी यूजिंग एज पर अवर रिक्वायरमेंट राइट नाउ, डेटाबेस फर्स्ट अप्रोच, ओके। कौन सा अप्रोच हम लोग यूज करेंगे, कौन सा टाइप हम लोग यूज करेंगे, डेटाबेस फर्स्ट। पहले हम लोग डेटाबेस क्रिएट करेंगे, ठीक है। तो डेटाबेस फर्स्ट में क्या होगा, क्रिएट मॉडल फ्रॉम एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस। मॉडल हम लोग कभी क्रिएट करेंगे, फ्रॉम एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस, ओके। उसका कोडिंग में जो भी चाहिए, उसका मॉडल जो भी डिजाइन करना है वो बाद में होगा, पहले डेटाबेस क्रिएट होगा, ओके। Code is automatically generated based on database. Okay, now this is interesting. You don't have to write down coding option. Okay, as I told you to create a microservice with the database. Okay, still you don't have to write down a coding over there. Okay, that is what actually the idea is all about. Okay, we have to use the entity framework in such a manner that you have to just follow the certain steps, and you're like within the 2 hours your microservice will be ready, and then you can deploy also within within the next 10 minutes over there on Docker, and you can able to put it into production over there with the number of instance, and like a number of scale by using scaling options over there, okay. So those scaling, load balancing, API gateway, these terms we already use over there, okay. So I'm talking totally opposite of the traditional development over there. Traditional development में हम लोग को जो बोलते थे ना एक्चुअली कि क्या क्या पापड़ बेलने पड़ते रहते, ये सारी चीजें अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे नहीं कर रहे। यहाँ पे so smoothly we can able to deploy our application with the help of this. Even you can able to create that within very short time over there, okay. So database first approach, code is going to be generated automatically. It is going to be our work is limited now, okay, because everything is going to be generated, okay. And the best if the DB is designed by the database administrator. तो आपका database administrator database बना के दे रहा है, so your job is going to be just to use that database and use the entity framework as a framework over there and generate your code over there. So your job will be more easy over there compared to development of your own database and like writing coding option. Okay, so this is just introduction framework, entity framework introduction over there. Please let me know from your side. तो जनरल क्या होता है एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क वो पता नहीं रहेगा तो हम लोग आगे नहीं जा सकते, ठीक है। तो एक जनरल ओवरव्यू of the entity framework over there. Obviously you have to spend time, okay, you have to go through this, explore this, and do more research on that to get the command in that, okay. I'm just talking about how to do the basic how to start with the entity framework over there, okay. So let me know from your side, introduction to framework, entity framework, having any doubts over there, please let me know, then we'll talk about. If you don't have doubts, then we'll switch on to the next topic. ओके, एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क क्या होता है समझा, ऑटोमेशन कर रहे हैं, ओके, कोडिंग नहीं लिखना है, सो दैट इज द बेस्ट पार्ट, ओके। सो जो लोग अभी ज्वाइन हो रहे 33 स्टूडेंट्स है, 30 स्टूडेंट्स में से कितने जन के ग्रुप मेंबर्स यहाँ पे है, ओके, आई डोंट नो, but that is very handy. Now you have to just analyze your what are the things are required for your microservice, okay. And now we'll switch on to our how we'll create that. We know actually we already created one of the microservice, okay, with the API, REST API over there, okay. Same thing we are supposed to be doing over there, but now in today's practical we are supposed to be implementing database, okay. So first we'll create a database and then we'll add on the tables in that, okay. And from entity framework we'll create our with entity framework we'll create our database microservice over there. That is the idea behind this, okay. Fine, so we'll start with our practical session. Now for practical, we need a database. Okay, so database tool is required, and we are supposed to be using SQL Server because the .NET is there. So .NET with SQL Server is a like a best integration over there. So we'll use that one. Okay, so let me start with SQL Server now. You can have any of the version over the SQL Server 2016, 19 is also there. Okay, 12 also there, 14 also there. You can have SQL Server Express version, that is the lightweight version available. Okay, it's a free license. Okay, you can use that, or you can even download that from the Microsoft site over there. Okay, so SQL Server Express version, one option, or you can use enterprise version if you have to like a space and you need a more command on that. So better to go for SQL Server enterprise version. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, so Visual Studio also, I told you that Visual Studio community version, that is freely available, or you can go for Visual Studio enterprise version, that is something like you can download, but it takes like a more space over there and little bit like a heavy software over there. Okay, so now in my case actually I'm having the Visual Studio. Okay, enterprise version. Screen is not visible. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. Yes. I have to switch to that complete. Now it's fine. Okay. Okay. Previously, only that tab was selected over there. I'm so sorry. Okay. So it's just let me start. Actually, I not yet started that. So SQL Server, any of the version you can have. Okay. If you need a lightweight version, then you can go for the SQL Server Express version. You can download from the Microsoft site version, or you can go for enterprise version. Okay. So in my or any version will do over there. Okay. 2019 is the latest version. 2016 is there. 14 is there. 12 is there. 8 is there. Okay, many are there. Okay, so you can just we are storing the data. For some reason, I'm using Visual Studio 2008. Sorry, SQL Server 2008 over there. So first, once you install that software, again that is one of the skill. Okay, when you are installing this SQL Server, you just go by the some of the videos first. Okay, and if you are used to .NET deployment over there and development over there, you will be able to understand that. Okay, so I recommended actually use this one of the tool SQL Server, any of the version. Okay, and before this, make sure that go through some of the videos to how to install this SQL Server over there. Okay, so some settings are there actually. Some configuration settings are required to be set over there. So we'll just connect to our server by clicking on this connect option. And before that, I'd like to tell you that actually our server name, in my case, it is something like local. So I'm having the local server, database server. Okay, on this particular machine only. So I'm connecting to that server only by clicking on the connect button. Okay, so what we'll do now, actually first job is we have to create a database. Okay, so how we'll create a database? By using this database, then clicking on this new database option, and then we have to specify name of the database over there. Okay, database is a collection of tables over there. So let's say movies DB or database. Okay, getting everyone? Let me know. So movies database, and then clicking on OK button. So let me switch to that. तो यहाँ पे एक मूवीज डेटाबेस का डेटाबेस क्रिएट हो जाएगा. ठीक है, फिर यहाँ पे हम लोग कौन सा अप्रोच करने वाले हैं? डेटाबेस फर्स्ट अप्रोच. तो इसके लिए हम लोग पहले डेटाबेस बना रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो पहले हम लोगों ने डेटाबेस बनाया है यहाँ पे. फिर यहाँ पे टेबल्स रहेंगे. अभी कोई भी टेबल नहीं है, तो हम लोग एक मूवीज के लिए टेबल बना रहे हैं. ओके, तो यू कैन गो बाय दिस, राइट क्लिक न्यू टेबल. ओके, and then you can specify the number of columns over there by designing option. Okay, so जो भी column चाहिए, you can specify their column ID, then movie name, type of movie, and many things over there, right? Yes. For the time being, I'm using like you can use the new query or window like this way, and you know how to create a table here. Okay, so can you tell me actually command for that? Any one of you, just tell me the start of that. You know that actually, I don't have to. Okay, good. So create table is the command to create that. Okay, so either you can go by the create table option. Okay, create table, table name, and blah 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 blah, that all. Or you can, if you are not able to recollect that, then you can have wizard option. So new table and go by straightforward column name, data types over there. Okay, fine. Yes, getting this, all of you? समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक? ठीक है. ओके, अभी मैं क्रिएट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं ऑलरेडी मेरे पास स्ट्रक्चर है उसका, सो आई एम यूजिंग दैट स्ट्रक्चर टू क्रिएट दैट टेबल ओवर देयर. Okay, I don't like to write down that command over there. Is it okay? Before that, make sure that your database is selected here, and then you have to write down this and then execute that. So if it is fine, okay, you're already used to, I don't have to explain you that what you mean by this create table and all, okay, and the primary key and all, actually you can go through that. Okay, so just refresh this once to get it in that table over there. So we have the one of the table, just go by this table. Table name is the movie, and the ID, name, and the type of movies, duration of that, and the release date over there. So that's just a basic one of the table. Okay, for like a detailing of that movies which are available. Okay, and we'll just created one of the table over there. Okay, what is the next step? What we have to do after this? Create table होने के बाद क्या करेंगे? We'll insert data over there. So insert into table name and that all command. Now again, I'm not writing those commands. Okay, you know already. Okay, for time being, I'm having the sample data. Okay, it's already created, so I'm using. I don't like to type that because I already used to these things. Okay, and I hate nowadays actually to write down the insert and update and the delete command. Frankly speaking, so I'm using that like this way. Okay, and you also already used to this thing, so I'm directly, without wasting time, I'm directly writing that commands. Okay, insert into table name and then values. Okay, so that all the things you can write down. Okay, if you want, I will write down the syntax over there. Insert into movie, right? Then values, and then values we have to specify over there. Okay, which are going to be which we are going to be adding over there. Okay, some tables data. Okay, some sample data. Okay, so let me execute that also. Okay. Okay, identity insert is off. Okay, so let me on that. Okay, but in your case, it is not going to be a problem because you will be using some like a basic command, insert command. So that will automatically execute. Okay, so let me go by this. Refresh, and you can see the columns. Yes, the columns are there, and you can able to see data also by using the right click and using browse over there. Select top 1000 rows, and you can able to get the sum of the detailing. Okay, so that all already stored in that one of the like a script, and then I'm using that script here, right? Yes, everyone, you guys are comfortable with these things? यहाँ तक ठीक है सब लोग? All are used to this. Okay, I'm not talking something new over there, just creating a database, and then like in BSc level definitely आप लोगों ने ये सब किया. Okay, Just if you are still not able to recollect that, then write down the steps over there. Okay, some of. If you like to create a script, this type of the scripts over there, okay, you can use one of the provision that also I like to tell you. Okay, let's say if you like to when you are creating a documentation or something, or if you don't like to create that script, that things again and again, so you can go by this task, and you can go for generate script option. Okay, by this you can able to create a script for your database. Okay, and you can run that directly like this way, what I'm doing right now. Okay, getting? Or even through entity framework also, you can have the database first or code first, and based on that you can create a database also. Okay, that can be also directly possible. ठीक है, यहाँ तक सबको पता चला रहेगा। अभी हम लोगों ने एक टेबल डेटाबेस बनाया, ओके, और डेटाबेस में एक, जब भी हम लोग माइक्रो सर्विस की बात करते हैं तो हम लोग छोटा ही डेटाबेस, एक ही टेबल होगा, नहीं तो 2 टेबल्स होंगे, एग्रीगेट डेटा होगा, राइट ना। तो उस तरह से ही आपको करना है, एक नहीं तो 2 टेबल्स रहेंगे। ओके, if you are going for, I'm not talking about some like all the microservices together, create one service, that will be sufficient. Okay, if you are able to create one, you will be able to create a number of services over there. ठीक है, fine. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll go back, to our application. Okay, यहाँ पे, and we'll create one of the applications. So let me close this solution properly, and we'll create the application over here. Okay. The database section is over. Okay, you can call that as a step 1. Okay, step 1 is to create a database, and to create a database in SQL Server, and to create, we'll have the database and table over there. Okay, so that's the step number 1. Step number 2, now we'll create the application in .NET Visual Studio. So create option. So what we'll do, actually we'll select this ASP.NET Core, ASP.NET Core Web API. Okay, and we'll go for next. Okay, ASP.NET Core Web API, or you can go for the ASP.NET Core Web Application also. Okay, Web API में क्या रहेगा, रेडीमेड वहाँ पे कुछ एप्लीकेशन रहेंगे, तो इसके लिए मैंने स्टार्टिंग में रन करने के लिए, बेसिक एप्लीकेशन रन करने के लिए मैं कोर वेब एपीआई यूज कर रहा हूँ. ओके, एंड देन नेक्स्ट, लेट्स से इट्स अ मूवी माइक्रो सर्विस. Then we'll just follow next. You can have the your framework. Okay, you can integrate for the Docker also, that we'll see later on, and then click on create option. So it's restoring the application. So just we step number 2, creating ASP.NET Core Web API. ठीक है, यहाँ तक तो हमारा स्टेप नंबर 1 हो गया. नाउ स्टेप नंबर 2 पे हम लोग है. स्टेप नंबर 2 में हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, हम लोगों ने एप्लीकेशन क्रिएट किया, और एप्लीकेशन क्रिएट होने के बाद restore also done. Okay, now what we'll do, actually we'll run this. Okay, हम लोग सिंपली रन करेंगे इसको. So we'll allow this. You are already familiar with this kind of interface because we are having the HTTP security concerns. Okay, so we are getting this. Click on the gate, try out, And if you are using a latest version, you will get definitely this kind of the interface. Just click on the execute option and we'll get a by default data. Okay, temperature data is going to, weather information is going to be displayed, weather forecast. Okay, so this is going to be a very common result over there. Okay, so okay, fine. Now our web services, macro services executing over there, running over there. Okay, now we don't want this all stuff right now. So what we'll do actually, we'll go back somewhere in the solution explorer and we'll remove that weather forecast.cs file, which is not supposed to be required over there. Okay, so we have to clean up some lines of some of the files. Okay, so let me stop this application first. And तो क्या करें हम लोग, अभी ये जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग कोड है उसमें से हम लोग को नहीं चाहिए, तो ये जो फाइल्स है उसको हम लोग डिलीट कर रहे हैं. So this is one of the file is not required, and the by default controller also there, that is also not required over there. So we'll remove that also. We'll create our own. Okay, ठीक है. So ये हो गया हमारा स्टेप नंबर 2. ठीक है, जहाँ पे हम लोग अभी क्लीन अप किया, जो हमारा एप्लीकेशन हमें एम्प्टी चाहिए, तो हम लोगों ने एक एम्प्टी एप्लीकेशन क्रिएट हो गया. ठीक है, अभी क्या करना है हम लोग को, वी हैव टू यूज एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क. सो वी हैव टू specify the referencing entity framework code, okay, and SQL Server NuGet packages. Okay, so we have to add on some of the dependencies. Okay, step number 3. We are going for now dependencies. Okay, how to do that? Step number 3. We'll go by this manage NuGet packages, that to add some of the entity framework चाहिए हमारे application में, right? So entity framework चाहिए तो उसको NuGet packages थ्रू हम लोग add on कर रहे हैं, install कर रहे हैं. Okay, so manage NuGet packages. Okay, कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर हम लोग इंस्टॉल कर रहे हैं, एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क चाहिए तो ब्राउज, और यहाँ पे हम लोग को we have to specify that. Okay, so which one we like to install? Entity framework 4 over there. So it's okay. So entity framework code. Okay, ये टाइप करना है, and then first link what you are getting, we have to click on that. Okay, and then on the right corner we are getting the install option. Just click on install. Okay, it's prompt you for the license acceptance. Just accept that license. Okay, now that software is installed. Now see, an installation option is there. Now we need SQL Server also, right? So for SQL Server also we need another tool over there. So for that we have to go for entity framework for SQL Server, entity framework dot SQL Server. Okay, this one, Microsoft Entity Framework for SQL Server. Let's install that also. So now we are restoring these two references. Okay, again follow that. Okay, so if you want, actually I will add on those things in that steps in Google Classroom, so you can able to go through. Okay, तो ये दो references add करने हम लोग को, ये दोनों add हो गया अभी. Now you can close this window, get back to your solution explorer, we will be getting the some of the dependencies here. पैकेजेस हम लोगों ने एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क और एसक्यूएल सर्वर दोनों ऐड हुए रहेंगे यहाँ पे. ठीक है. नाउ वी हैव टू क्रिएट आवर मॉडल. ओके, डेटा मॉडल क्रिएट करना. ओके, यहाँ तक ठीक है, सब लोग को समझ में आ रहा है. ओके, थोड़ा लिखना पड़ेगा, हम लोग स्टेप्स फॉलो कर रहे तो. सो we know this. Okay, we have to create one of the model folder. Okay, and we'll go by add option. After that, new folders. Okay, and then we have to specify the name of that folder as modules. Okay, so what we are doing, actually we are creating now entity class. Okay, in respect to our table. Okay, now this folder will contains our data models. Okay, now how we'll do that? Right click, select in add option and class. Okay, तो हमारा entity का नाम क्या है? Can you tell me that? Our entity name is movie. Okay, so we'll create a movie as a one of the entity class order. And then click on add option. ये हम लोगों ने last time भी किया था. Okay, so we are creating a one of the folder and then creating a class. So one of the class is created. Now we need some of the properties only. Now first one is we have ID. So ID is defined. Second one we have name of movie order, that is our name. Okay, and then we have next one category order. Okay, so in our case it is something like generic. After that we have a public some of the properties for duration, right? So we are creating our entity class based on that column source. Right? So and then duration. And then finally we have date also, release date something. Okay. That is date and time and release. Okay. So one of the entity class we created, okay, name as a movie, and it contains exactly same all the properties like our movie entity over there. Okay. If you go by this, you will understand ID, name, generic, that is a type, duration, and release date. Same manner. Okay. Now we have to create class. Okay, for the making the connection. Okay, with that SQL server. So step number 5 now. Okay, creating entity framework core class db context. Okay, now db context create करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? We have to go by जो क्लास है, जो डेटाबेस है, उसको कनेक्ट करना है. ओके, so and this class contains a connection configuration over there with the database, actual database over there. Okay, so we have to create that particular class over there. Okay, in that same folder. So we'll go by that, right click, add, and then we'll select the new class once again. and the name of the class is going to be now, our class name is movie DB context. DB. So depending upon your requirements, we are creating a class here. Okay. Now, as I told you already that one of the classes required. Okay, DB context, which is going to be basically nothing but making the connection. Okay, configuration for that entity framework over there. So that is what actually we are doing now. So we'll derive this thing from the DB contacts. And for this, we need a framework, that namespace over. So we'll add on that. Okay. And after this, we have to use a constructor. Okay. And we have to make the provision to access that. Okay. On one of the constructor. So let me copy that also. Okay. So for the timing, I'm using this reference. Okay. I can able to write down, but it will take time. And before, uh, like, we can't able to finish our coding part over this. So let me explain you this. Okay. What exactly we are doing. First, try to understand this. This is nothing but a constructor, which it's empty constructor. Okay. And we have one of the method here. Okay, just focus on this, on model creating. Okay, मतलब जब ये model create हो रहा है, okay, what to do? Take the data from my movie table, okay, and build that model over there. Okay, the respective coding will be automatically generated based on this, this one of the table over there. So table के corresponding operations, corresponding functions are going to be created automatically over there. Okay, and for which table that we are mentioning here, public TV set, table name, okay, movies over there. So we can able to get the data operation for that movie. Okay, insert, update, and delete with the help of this reference over there. Okay. So this is the way how we are just connecting to the database. Okay. लेकिन database connectivity हम लोगों ने specify नहीं किया. We have to specify that database connectivity over there. Okay. Now this approach is going to be used to directly connect to database over there. Okay, which was already created. We created in the SQL server over there. Okay. Now what we have to do, actually we have to go back to controller. So how to do that? Actually, we have to go by startup file. Okay, and then in somewhere in the configuration, we have to specify that. Okay, which service we like to start over there. Okay. So we are going to be starting with the configure service as a one of the method, and we have to mention that if we like to start with the one of the connection string over there. So we have to write down again the lines of code. Okay, let me take that. Now we go by this. And we'll just add on a number of packages. And we use DB contacts. And the second one is our framework, entity framework core. Okay, so these two things. Basically we are adding two namespaces over there. If you go by here, okay, this one, okay, and entity framework core, this one. Okay. So what we are doing actually over here, so when the application start, okay, this startup.cs file, in this startup.cs file, we are telling that, okay, now we like to make the connection for our database. Okay, so we are specifying its SQL Server configuration dot get connection string, and then connection string over there, this one. Okay, if you want, you can copy this, take the screenshot of this. Okay, so in startup.cs file we are writing this, and in previous example we just add on this db contacts class. Okay, and in the startup file we can configure, or we mention that connection string over there. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to specify this connection string somewhere, and that is going to be done in our connection string details over there in the one of the file. Okay, and that is app setting.json file over there. Okay, so we'll go by now connection string. Okay, properties, and we have to find out this file app setting.json. Okay, and over here we have to specify that connection string over here. You might be already familiar with the connection string over there. Okay, now what I have to do, actually I have to specify that connection string, and then whatever the connection string is there. Okay, so in my case it is already there, so I'm using that. In your case you have to find out your connection string, what is that, and specify that. Okay, let me explain that. Connection string is for use for the database connectivity. Then name of your connection string, which we already mentioned here in startup.cs, and then server equal to name of your server. Okay, so server name is our, in my case server name is local. In your case you have to find out the local server is there, or there's some other name is there. After that, database equal to name of the database, trusted connection equal to true, and then multi-active reset set equal to true. Okay, so what do you mean by this? This is to connect to the specific server, and the database is nothing but a name of the database. So we are telling that, okay, we like to connect to this database through this database is available on this particular server. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this. Okay, we are doing the three changes over there. First one is we created this contacts class, db contacts class, inherited from the db contacts, movie db contacts. Then in startup file we mentioned that we have the connection string in the one of the connection string is there. Okay, and the third one we are talking about the app settings.json file. In that we mention our connection string information. Okay, so everywhere JSON is there. Okay, and we mention the connection string which is going to be required for our application. Now what is the next part? We have to prepare for the controller. Controller create करना है. Okay, controller consists हम लोग MVC controller हम लोगों ने already बात की थी. Okay, so we'll go by the some like a controller now. Okay, so right click once again here on your application, select the controller option, add option, then we'll go for the controller option. Okay, first we'll create a folder over there. And then we'll go for that option. So add option, new folder, and then specify the name of the folder as the controller. Okay, previously we already had that. Okay, so जो हम लोगों ने already existing application था उसमें ही हम लोग करेंगे. So controllers is already there, so we'll use that only. Right click, and then we'll select add option, and then we'll go for controller. Okay, now again focus here. Okay, now what we like to do actually, we like to create API. So we'll select API here, and we like to perform API controller with action using entity framework. This option, third option, we have to select. In last lecture, हम last practical में हम लोग we have seen this one API controller with the read and write. लेकिन अभी हम लोग क्या करने वाले, डेटाबेस से चाहिए. तो फॉर डेटाबेस connectivity we have to select using entity framework and then click on add option. यहाँ पे क्या डिफाइन करना है, वी हैव टू स्पेसिफाई हमारा मॉडल कौन सा है. सो वी हैव द मॉडल नेम एज मूवी, देन दिस टीवी कॉन्टैक्ट्स क्लास कौन सा है वो स्पेसिफाई करना है. तो हमारा है मूवीज टीवी कॉन्टैक्ट्स एंड द कंट्रोलर नेम इज ऑलरेडी देयर, मूवी कंट्रोलर होते हैं. एंड जस्ट क्लिक ऑन ऐड ऑप्शन. Now we are, what exactly is processing over here? We are creating something like a ready-made code based on our entities. Okay, so database के ऊपर हम लोगों ने entity class create किया. Now automatically entity framework will take care of that. Automatically entity framework will create a code for us. Okay, so API REST API यूज करके हम लोग automatically code generate हो रहा है, generating code. If you go by this generating code, so all the operations, insert, updation, that all will be able to create. Now we are getting error, no problem. We have to just click on OK button and again follow the same steps. Okay, जो भी हम लोगों ने select किया है, just click on add button. Okay, you will feel that actually so many settings over there, but if you, I will give you the steps over there. You have to just follow the steps, and if you go through those steps, you will be able to get your microservice ready over there. Okay, so see now the code is going to be generated for us. Okay, yes, students, you are getting, this is one of the thing which is automatically created over there. Okay, so without writing a single line of code over there, okay, we have the some of the methods. Okay, now what we'll do actually, we like to run this. Okay, yes, you all are there, right? Yes, let me know. Getting the code, ready-made code is generated here in this one of the file, movies controller.cs. Okay, now what we'll do actually, we have to go by one of the settings over there, and that is called as a last final option over there. So we have to go by the launch settings. Okay, and somewhere in this IIS Express profiles. Okay, so we have to change that launch URL. Swagger जो था, okay, Swagger नहीं चाहिए because that is one of the framework for the present things. We created our own, so we have to change this URL as per our requirements over there. So we have to use API/movies. Okay. After that, that's the final step. Okay, so 1, 2, create a table, database. After that, this one is the 7th step. Okay, जहाँ पे हम लोगों ने launch setting में हमारा startup launch URL क्या होना चाहिए वो specify कर लिया. After this, we have to run this. Now new browser will open. And we'll get that details if everything is fine. Now let's see this. We are getting some detailing over there. Okay, so let me increase zoom this. So whatever the data is there actually in our table, okay, that data is going to be fetched over here. Okay, getting. So it's going to be nothing but one type of service over there. Now what we are supposed to doing now from this, you can have let's say one of the movie ID as a one. We'll get that movie details over there. Okay, you can go for second movie details. We'll able to get it. If you add number of data in this table over there, you can able to get that details also. Okay, so these are the some of the steps which are going to be used to create a microservice. Getting. Now we'll just write on this. So this is API, REST API to what all the data represented in the JSON form. Okay, that's what actually be done. But we did that without database. Now we are talking about with database. So you can add new one. You can able to get the new things that, let's say, how many are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fifth one also we can able to get it over there. Okay. No, 4 are there. The fifth one we can able to add also, right? So this is the way how we'll tackle, or this is the way how we'll create a microservice. Okay, with the help of entity framework. Is it we have to write down so many lines of code or what? No. Okay, यहाँ पे कुछ कोड नहीं लिखा हम लोगों ने. Okay, and see within the within the 1 hour actually एक 1 hour भी नहीं चाहिए actually. Less than that we can able to create our microservice over there. And this is what actually you have to do in respect to your microservice over there. Okay, and you can test that by using Postman. So this is what actually your CA2 project, and that also you will be having the team members are there. Okay, so you can distribute your work. Okay, documentation कोई बनाएगा, then like finding the what are the different microservices are there in your system. Okay, you can divide it your work. Okay, let's one of the member is creating a tables database over there. One of the member is following this coding part over there. Okay, and then within 1 day you can able to create that macro service. Okay, and you can able to test with the help of Postman. Now we'll see how we'll test that with the Postman. यहाँ तक ठीक है. Okay, 2-3 steps in between you have to remember. Okay, or if you want I will share that on the Google Classroom. You can go by that, right? जब तक खुद प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम्स आएगा. So you have to go by that steps over there. Okay, today evening only I will share that, and you can, if you go by that 2-3 steps properly with the coding option, you can able to create your own macro service within a 1 hour. Yes, students, let me know. At least समझ में आ रहा है. Okay, if you are not able to recollect the steps over there, no problem. I will share that steps over there. But whether you are getting or not, let me know that. At least that part, all of you. Okay. Now, sir, वो coding हम लोग को समझा नहीं. So don't worry, that code I will share with you. Okay, there are connectivity code and the DB contacts class over there. Okay, so 1 or 2 times you have to practice that, and then you will be able to create your own, or you can able to write down that lines of code over there. So first time you have to definitely need a reference over there. So I will share that reference with you, and later on you can able to create it in respect to that your own macro service over there. Okay, and that is what actually you have to do for the CA2. Is it okay? Okay, now what we'll do actually, we'll test this. Okay, we will try to implement our get, post, delete. Okay, ये सारे जितने भी हमारे मेथड्स है उनको टेस्ट करेंगे हम लोग. ठीक है, तो हमारा माइक्रो सर्विस चल रहा है ठीक तरह से चल रहा है कि नहीं वो देखेंगे हम लोग. ओके, सो we already discussed that. Okay, but we'll now implement our database also. Okay, get, put, delete. Okay, and post method also. Okay, so let me go by that. Okay, let me open Postman as one of the API REST service testing tool. अभी हम लोग क्या करें, हमारा एप्लीकेशन चल रहा है. ओके, now we'll test that application because we have to test for the gate is working fine here. Okay, slash हम लोग 1 देंगे, so we are getting that. Okay, after that 2 देंगे तो second movie details आ रहा है. Okay, but how to test for post delayed, right? उनके लिए we have to specify we have to use one of the tool. Okay, and that is Postman. Postman is very commonly used for testing the REST API. We already use. Okay, लेकिन कोई किसी ने प्रैक्टिकल में वो ऐड ऑन नहीं किया टेस्टिंग का. सो इन नेक्स्ट जो हम लोग ये प्रैक्टिकल करेंगे एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क का, वहाँ पे ऐड करो, नहीं तो आपके प्रोजेक्ट में ऐड ऑन करो ये टेस्टिंग. ओके, सो वी कैन एबल टू क्रिएट we can implement that testing properly for our services over there. Okay, now let's pay attention. Now this is one of the Postman tool for the testing your REST API. Okay, what you have to do, actually you have to create a new collection here. Okay, like this way, and let's say I'm creating a new one here. Okay, we'll leave it that. Okay, ये हम लोग यूज नहीं करेंगे, हम लोग हमारा नहीं नया क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. Okay, so new collection, and after that click on this one of the option and add a request. Okay, like this way you can save that Postman collections of the, we can able to save those requests. Okay, and later on you can able to use in your application. So add request, let's say we'll rename this and we'll write down the gate movies. Okay, that is the one of the collection. Okay, now on the right corner we are getting the list of the methods. Okay, so first method we are using gate, and then we have to copy that URL. Okay, जो URL हमारे पास है उसको copy करना है like this. We'll go back here, we'll put that, and then we'll hit send. Okay, now if you click on the send option, we'll get the response of that. Okay, on bottom section. Okay, response as the body. Okay, it's in the JSON form. Okay, and you can able to see the status of that. We already discussed about this all. Okay, so that's very fine. Okay, now in addition to this, we can have let's say now how many are there, 2 3 4. Okay, now what we'll do, actually we'll have the another option over there. Okay, so by going this, we'll add on the new one. Okay, new request, so add request here. We'll change the name of this, let's say gate ID. Okay, one of the movie goal. So we'll again copy that URL. Now we can have /1. Okay, so again hit on that, we'll get that ID equal to 1. So which block is going to be executed, I'd like to tell you that also. Okay, so if you go by this, coding option, let's see this parameter here, HTTP and ID. So it taking the one parameter as ID. Okay, and respect to that, finding that. Okay, we are getting that ID from the database automatically by using this entity framework, and that entire object, movie object, is going to be returns. If it is not found, then it returns not found as an exception. Okay, so this is what actually we are doing right now, but this is generated by entity framework, so we will not able to understand everything over there. Okay, but we'll get the result over there. That is what actually we are doing right now. So we are getting the one of the object as entity object as a movie. Okay, which contains number of attributes over there: ID, name, a type, duration, and release date over there. After this, we can have another operation over there. Okay, let's say adding. Okay, so we'll try to add the new request over there. We'll change that, rename to add movie. Okay, And before this, let me copy this one of the JSON sample. Okay. And now which method will use? Post method. Okay. So post and URL will be like the same one only. We will write down that URL here. And now we have to go for test. Okay. And then we have to specify that JSON data. Okay. Data is not there with me. Copy that. We are having a body and test data is not going to be requested. Script not generated. Now we can able to send that data, okay, with without ID because ID is automatically generated. So we'll try to implement this now. Let me see whether it is working properly or not. Give me 2 minutes. Now for this adding, we have to go by this postman once again, and then we'll add that. Okay, then we have to add in raw over there, okay. And then we'll put this option, JSON ka. Okay, let me start now screen once again. Now, because you're like getting this first time over there, okay, you will feel that it is going to be difficult. But believe me, once you implement that your own, you will be able to understand, or you can able to get it in easy manner over there. Okay, so okay, so we have to go by this body, and then we have to select this raw there. Okay, and the format is going to be JSON. Okay. And then we'll, if everything is fine, we'll just click on uh, send over there. Okay, so status is 101, that is created. Okay, and we'll go by the get movies once again and hit this. Hopefully we'll get the new one over there. Okay, repeatedly. Okay, and like I said, it's repeated because I was, मैंने क्या किया था, वो same copy किया था. So it's going to be created new one. Okay, with the ID as 6 over there. Okay. Now we'll do one more thing in respect to this. We'll delete also. Okay, for delete, which method is going to be required over there? So again, we'll go over a collection, new request, and we'll change that request, rename to delete ID. Okay, and URL. Okay, we'll use this one only. Now method is going to be changed to delete. Okay, so delete method is we'll use, and which one we like to delete? Let's say movie number ID is 6. Okay, which was just now created, we like to remove that. So click on the send option. Now it's no content. ID need that. Let me see. ID is 6. Delete, and ID is 6 with the delete option. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yes. Okay. HTTP localhost, waiting for this. Okay, not found. Let me see once again. We'll go for the movies. Okay, that was deleted for that. Okay, now we'll try once again for this 4 number. So delete 4 and then hit for the same. Okay, now we'll go for this get movies. Hit once again. Now 3 and the fourth one is not there. Okay, so we specify that delete method. Okay, so all that 4 methods are going to be 3 methods are used. Similar way you can try for the put also, and you can able to change the content of that मूवी वो होते हैं. ओके, सो गेट मैंने बताया, पोस्ट बताया, डिलेट हुआ. ओके, यू कैन ट्राई फॉर द पुट टू मेक द चेंजेस इन दैट पर्टिकुलर वन ऑफ द मूवी. ओके, अगेन द सेम, only put is going to be used. Okay, and again body will try that also, raw. Okay, and let's say one of the details will get take first. Okay, okay, we'll take this one, third one. Let me copy that. Okay, what we'll do actually, we'll create a new one, new request, and rename that to edit id, and we'll use now put method. Okay, before that we'll take the data from that which data we'll have to modify. So put method, body, and the raw, and the passing that data here in JSON form, and we'll change that. Okay, what to change. Okay, so we'll remove that. We'll change that name of that movie to Suraj. Okay, so and the method is going to be put, and it's going to be for the one of the ID, that is 3. So we just check that whether we are able to get it. Okay. I'm not getting that. You can try that. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so we can able to modify, or you can make the changes in that particular data also. So 4 operation we pass. Okay, let's say employee, sorry, movies 3, and we add on some of the data. Okay, title is change, and with the respect of put method we can able to make the changes in that particular content over there. Okay, so these all are the REST API methods basically, and we are doing in such a manner that we can able to get a sum of result over there. You can add, you can update, you can able to delete also. Okay, and whatever the data is going to be retrieving over there, that you can present with the help of API gateway also. Okay, yes, students getting somehow or out of track, let me know. Okay, some part you at least you will be able to understand, and some steps you will, like when you are going your own, you will able to understand over there. Okay, so what we did in this Postman, we test our REST API. Okay, macro service over there, whether it is working fine or not. So whenever I like to deal with anything over there, I can have this kind of the provision. Okay, and you can test that. If it is working fine, then only you can allow user to now you can create an interface. You can take the data and you can able to post that data. So this is what actually you have to do. Okay, when you are going for your implement part over there. Okay, so let me revise once again what are the steps we followed over there. Okay, we divided our entire application in 7 to 8 steps. Okay, so step number 1, or you tell me actually जहाँ तक आप लोग बता सकते हैं, then we'll modify that actually in case something is wrong in that. Okay, yeah, first one is actually first, yeah, created database and tables over there. Okay, inserted values over there. Correct, that's the first step over there. Fine, what is the next one? Any one of you? Let me stop my presentation meanwhile. Yeah, tell me. Yes, Vikas, create the application. Which type of application we are creating? Because ASP.NET, yes, ASP.NET Web API. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the third step? Any one of you? Third step. Yes. Yes, Tawfiq, correct. Yes, Vikas. Yes, Matisha. Entity framework or install entity framework and entity framework core SQL server also. Very good. Okay. That's the third step हो गया. Okay. So जो डिपेंडेंसी चाहिए वो हम लोगों ने करेक्ट. After that, step number 4. Step number 4 also very common. Okay, what we'll do? Step number 4 में हम लोग डेटा मॉडल क्रिएट करेंगे. डेटा मॉडल क्रिएशन का. Yes, we'll create डेटा मॉडल एंड विल मॉडल क्रिएट करेंगे और एंटिटी क्लास क्रिएट करने का काम वहाँ पे किया. एंड स्टेप नंबर 5 में सिमरन हम लोग कनेक्ट टू डेटाबेस करेंगे. यस, स्टेप नंबर 5 इज करेक्ट सिमरन, कनेक्ट टू डेटाबेस बाय यूजिंग वन ऑफ द by creating one of the class. Okay, that is movies db contacts derived from the db contacts class. Correct, db contacts. Okay, so we inherited from the db contacts and we created one of the class name as movies db contacts something. और फिर वहां पे थोड़ा कोड लिखने का. वो कोड आपको समझा नहीं रहेगा और याद नहीं रहेगा. दैट इज ओके. ओके, दैट कैन बी मैनेजेबल. नाउ मैं ये सारा कोड वहां पे अपलोड कर दूंगा सो यू कैन एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. एटलीस्ट स्टेप्स फॉलो कर रहे हैं, सो दैट इज अ ग्रेट. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन. Okay, in next step also, like we have to configure, so that will include in that. Yes, correct Ankit. So next step is 5 हो गया. In the step number 5 we created model and db contacts and we'll connect to database also. We'll do that. And the step number 6, now creating controller over there. Okay, we are supposed to, yes Ankit, correct, creating a controller. Yes, and any one of you just write down these steps जो भी यहाँ पे अभी तक लिखा नहीं रहेगा. So this, ये स्टूडेंट्स सारे हेल्प कर रहे हैं आपको. So just follow this. So creating a controller. Okay, तो कंट्रोलर में हम लोग को बताना पड़ेगा हम लोग को क्या क्रिएट करने वाले हैं. We have to select API control with actions using entity framework. ये ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट करना है. कौन सा अंकित, कैन यू राइट डाउन दैट? API controller with actions. क्या सिलेक्ट करना है हम लोग को? API controller with action using entity framework. API control ऐसे लिखो. API controller with action, ये ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट करना है. MVC का नहीं, API का सिलेक्ट करना है. API controller with the action using entity framework. करेक्ट. ओके, फिर वहाँ पे एक विंडो आएगा, वहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करना है हम लोग को जो स्पेसिफिकेशंस है. एंड ये हो गया स्टेप नंबर 6 आई थिंक. नाउ स्टेप नंबर 7 कि हम लोग को लॉन्च सेटिंग्स डॉट जेसन का एक फाइल रहेगा. करेक्ट, क्या बात है, सब लोग थोड़ा याद बता रहे बराबर सब लोग. गुड, वेरी गुड मतीशा. नाउ फाइनल वन, वी आर गोइंग फॉर दिस वन ऑफ द फाइल. ओके, एंड मेकिंग द चेंजेस इन दैट URL. ओके, यहाँ पे क्या करना है मतीशा? जो URL रहेगा वहाँ पे URL चेंज करना है. ओके, तो वहाँ पे लिखना है हम लोग को API/movies in respect to our example. API, let me write down /movies. Correct. Okay. And then testing is going to be like a enhancing, like a understanding better, like how we'll use some of the HTTP methods. Okay, because we already discussed about these methods. So gate method to both bar हम लोगों ने use भी किया, right? But what about others methods? In the last practical also we use gate method. लेकिन post कैसे use करना है, delete कैसे use करना है, then put कैसे use करना है, and that you can test with the help of Postman as a one of REST API testing tool over there. Okay. So that is again not required actually. Like that is only like if you go by that, you will understand actually how to test your application. ठीक है. तो दो चीजें मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ. एक तो आपको इस तरह से मैक्रो सर्विस क्रिएट करनी है. ओके. अभी इसमें कितना टाइम चाहिए एक्चुअली मैक्रो सर्विस क्रिएट करने के लिए? यू टेल मी नाउ. इज इट डिफिकल्ट नाउ? If I share that 2 lines of code over there and connection string ka line over there, then yes, let me know. Right? So you can able to create that. आप लोग इंडिविजुअली भी अपना खुद का क्रिएट भी कर सकते हैं. यू कैन क्रिएट अ कंप्लीट एप्लीकेशन ऑल्सो. Good, very good. But when you are creating, make sure that you are having corresponding microservices also. I like to see in your documentation. Okay, that means that you have to implement, but documentation के time पे आप वहाँ पे just let's have the you have to mention actually which are the more services you are like adding more, possibilities are there, right? Now you can even have the complete application also, because if you consider this thing, okay, 1 hour for the one microservice, 4 services are going to be like a 4 hours or maybe less than that, right? So you can even have the complete your microservice application straightforward. And you can even try for the small applications over there. And you can use the Docker to containerize that. And you can use API gateway. We'll try for the API gateway also. Okay. So with that, all these things, you will be having the complete knowledge of these microservices. So tomorrow, let's say if you like to develop your own microservice, yes, you can able to do. Okay, you can able to do that thing. Okay, because you already implemented with the Docker and API gateway over there and the .NET Core over there. So small application with all these components or with the tools, you can able to have the complete microservice. Okay, and that will better for your understanding of the subject also. तो जब भी आप थ्योरी पढ़ेंगे तो ये सारी चीजें आपने इम्प्लीमेंट किया रहेगा तो आपको जल्दी समझेगा. ओके, एपीआई गेटवे क्या काम करता है, दिस पोस्टमैन सर्विसेज टूल क्या काम करता है, एचटीटीपी रेस्ट मेथड्स क्या काम कर रहे हैं, एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है बैकएंड में. ओके, और व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दिस मैक्रो सर्विस एपीआई, रेस्ट एपीआई होते हैं. यस. सो टुडे इवनिंग नहीं तो आज अभी थोड़ी देर में मैं ये सारे स्टेप्स ऐड ऑन करूंगा. So you can go through this and like start working on this. Today is the 16th, so I'm expecting like a 24th of you just finish this thing. Okay, कितना दिन चाहिए आप लोग बोलो actually, and then only I will start actually. 10 days are sufficient. You tell me actually how many days are there. You decide. Okay, you tell me actually like from 16th next how many days are required to develop this microservice CA2 के लिए with the documentation. 4 to 5 pages documentation, not more than that. कि क्या सर्विस है, क्या काम कर रही है और कितने करस्पॉन्डिंग माइक्रो सर्विस आप लोग यूज कर रहे हैं एंड द कोडिंग पार्ट. Okay, you take your time and let me know later on. Okay, you can discuss something somewhere in your unofficial group and let me know. Okay. Yes, anything else? Please let me know. What happened, Aditya? Any doubts? Why you raise your hand? Yes, okay. So no doubts. If you want to take a screenshot of this, let me know. Any of the code. Students, let me know. Okay, so on Google Classroom, you will get the steps only, right? Complete कोड मैंने फॉरवर्ड करूंगा, सिर्फ स्टेप्स फॉरवर्ड करूंगा जहाँ पे आपको स्टेप को फॉलो करके आपको क्रिएट करना है माइक्रो सर्विस, ठीक है। एंड डॉकर का 2 प्रैक्टिकल्स हम लोगों ने, टोटल 4 प्रैक्टिकल्स हो गया, ओके। एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी वन ऑफ द प्रैक्टिकल, ओके। So creation of the microservice is also one of the practical. Okay, so in that respect, you will get the link for this. You will get a submission date for this also. Okay, so 2 काम हो रहे हैं, आपको एक माइक्रो सर्विस क्रिएट करना है जो CA2 के लिए भी होगा, और the same thing is going to be you have to just submission for your practicals. Yes, yes. Okay, okay, fine. You start working on that. Okay, we'll talk about the documentation once, side by side we'll discuss about it. But let's create your microservice first, actually, then we'll talk about the documentation meanwhile. Okay. Okay, so I will stop today. Okay, I hope that you are getting this things properly. Okay, so take a break for some time, and again you have another lecture over there. Thank you.